the Crafty Boys, where we drink beer and talk about bullshit. So, welcome. It's a Saturday night. Locke, Alan, myself, friend of the show, Keith might show up at some point with his whiskey drinking ways.
Cool.
Where's Alan?
And of course, friend of the show, our personal beer Yoda, Julian is here. I thought he would say his name, but all right. So,
Did we lose
Julian, what are you
Alan?
drinking this evening at the moment?
This is from a black can.
Guinness, it is. So, describe your Guinness experience.
It is uplifting, as always.
Excellent.
There are no contenders, no copies. No other stouts are as good. Everybody who makes a
Oh,
stout
come on, Bemis.
tries to make it as good as Guinness, and they never do.
I don't know. I disagree with that.
Just in case you run out.
La, 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 la.
Nice.
All right. Locke, what are you drinking this evening?
Right. This evening, I have with me from Nickelbrook Brewing, who are in Burlington/Etobicoke. I have their West Coast style Pilsner, whatever a West Coast style Pilsner is,
Right.
called Paddle Battle.
Paddle Battle.
Yeah,
Right.
as you can see, there's a beaver with a real mean-looking paddle.
Nice.
Let's find out what a West Coast style Pilsner is. Now, what does it say about it? Okay, 5% alcohol, so not too serious a drink, but they say it's small batch. I don't even know if this is in English. Like, who drafted that? Do you think? Is that done by AI? Read it. It's
Oh,
Probably.
where?
crispy, fresh / mountain air, pour color, coastal sunrise. Oh, now this is interesting. Contents, barley and wheat. So this is a Pilsner, so it claims,
Okay.
with wheat in it. So let's
Yes,
find
it
out
does
how
not
it is.
conform to Reinheitsgebot.
No.
Oh, and what's that got to
That
do with
is
the West
the
Coast?
beer law
anyway?
1516, for those wondering, yes. Which insists that beer must be made of barley.
Yes. I still fail to see how it's a West Coast style.
mm,
I'm not saying it isn't good.
I think I understand why somebody from Burlington, Ontario might think that this was West Coasty. There is more than a hint of pine.
Ah,
We have a hoppy, piney, recognizably sort of Czech style overall profile. And I think I don't know if it's fully visible, the slightly cloudy character of the drink would be where the wheat is most evident in my mind. But beyond that, what I'll say is it's quaffable, refreshing, flavorful. If you were going to try to carve out a little space between the hoppiness of a Czech Pilsner and the hoppiness of a West Coast IPA, I think this is an acceptable attempt. I like this.
where did you buy it?
This is from the Scrivener Square LCBO in Toronto, Ontario.
Nice.
Cheers to the LCBO.
Cheers to the LCBO.
Indeed.
All right, boys. Alan and I have the same beer this evening. This is the Dangerous. Where is it? Dangerous Goods Counting is Hard West Coast IPA. This is a 7.2% strong beer.
Nice.
And it is, let's see, do they have anything about here? Okay. Counting is Hard. Dangerous amounts of Simcoe and Amarillo hops provide citrus, stone fruit, melon, and tropical flavors. Dry hop with Centennial and Simcoe hops for a clean, crisp finish, bursting of pine and citrus. Warning! There's actually a warning on the side of the can. Contents may be extremely delicious.
Wow.
So these guys are.
And also the can may explode a little bit
Oh,
when you
shit.
open it. Be warned.
Warning?
Sounds a lot better than that beaver piss that Locke's got from Etobicoke.
Yeah.
You're right. It is.
Yeah, I had to pour like as soon as I cracked it, I had to tip it and start pouring. Once I got that going, oh, really nice, really creamy head.
I'm doing it in
that kind of
real
dissipated
crystal today.
rather quickly, but
Very nice.
That's very tasty.
So this is not light beer.
This is 7.2%.
You're not allowed to drink that anymore, lad.
Hey. Yeah, that's actually a good segue to. We haven't been around for a little while due to medical things and life things. So we haven't had a chance to really get together and do this, but here we are again.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling very not fucking cool enough. So thanks a lot, Locke. There we go.
nice-
Yeah,
There we go.
now I'm
That's
feeling
better.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
Feeling good now.
Can we take a minute and talk about Locke's shirt?
Oh, sure. Locke, talk about your shirt.
Oh, Scum. Yes. So this is a band that I went to see at a recent show. Sort of I'd say about out of a sort of a 200-person venue. I would say that there were about 175 people there. It is the band featuring a friend of mine who is a bartender at La Biroteca, which is the Manulife's sort of brew pub.
Okay.
Yeah, so he plays guitar in that band. It was great. It was crazy. They sort of sound kind of like a sort of, kind of an 80s punk kind of a thing, but sort of like early 80s, not so much late 80s. Like it's got a little bit of the sort of Steve Albini Chicago thing going on, maybe a little bit of Butthole Surfers, but like there's some electronics involved, and they make great echoing, screechy noises at the beginning and the end of their set. I had a great time. Yeah, Scum.
Cool.
Sweet.
I was drawn to it because it looks like the old Much Music.
Have you guys
Love
seen
that.
any live music recently?
In March, February,
Mm-hmm.
I went and who did I go and see? Keith would know because I went with him. We went and saw what's his face from the lead singer to Great Big Sea, whose name is
okay.
I want to call him Don Henley, but that's not his name. But it was pretty cool because Great Big Sea, of course, retired their band, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. And but he shows up and he puts on a show, I gotta say. And they had an opening band with two guys in it called like Three
Doors Down.
No, yeah. Three something. But basically, they were a band of three individuals who were they do all of this music, of course, is East Coast, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, not New Brunswick's, Labrador stuff. But essentially, oh my god, my brain. What is in this beer? Anyway, and one of them, sadly, one of them passed away. So they are now a duo, but they are still continuing on because they basically said that, hey, that's what they would want. Alan, what is your review of this beer?
I'm really liking it.
By the way, can you hear Alan?
Yes.
Okay, I cannot.
Oh, you can't. Can you see me?
Can you see him?
No. I see a
can't see him?
box under ours, like it's shaded, but I don't see anybody there.
Oh.
That's
If
very
you
odd.
can see him and he can see you, maybe I should log out and log back in. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah, just refresh
Okay.
your screen. And see
I'm
what happens.
going to try that. Okay.
Bye.
While he's doing that, we'll
By
just
the way-
kind of like hum. Everybody just talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
And,
no, I was actually going
I'll
to say
give
that
my
I put on these
thoughts on this beer
glasses
when
and I
Locke
forgot
comes
they're
back.
polarized. So if I'm looking straight on, it's very dim and I can sort of not see it. But if I turn my head this way, it gets brighter. It's weird.
I tell you, I just got a new pair of prescription sunglasses that I
Right.
ordered online. They're Oakleys with
There
actual
we
Oakley
go.
lenses, and they're amazing. Can you see me
Oh.
now, Locke?
I can see you now, Alan. Yes.
Excellent.
Hello.
Very, very cool.
Okay, so my thoughts on this beer. This
Yeah.
is like really tasty. This isn't as far as like a West Coast IPA. It doesn't reach the level of Fat Tug.
Oh, well, that's the measure, isn't it?
It is the measure. I mean that's a huge bar to that's a
Yeah.
really high bar. But it comes close. This is really enjoyable, and it's surprisingly quaffable, which a Fat Tug is as well. But I mean, this would be easy to chug, and at 7.2%, I'd say that's kind of dangerous.
All right, I gave some to him to see what he thinks because he's the
Okay,
IPA
yeah, I'm
man.
interested to see what Julian thinks.
I take your point about being quite quaffable for such a big beer.
Oh yeah,
That was an easy mouthful. It was not cloying or heavy in the on the palate.
no.
I think I have to have a second shot here.
In fact, I would say it is more quaffable than a Fat Tug.
Who brews it?
It is an
I will
organization called Dangerous Goods.
Oh, that's the name of the brewery.
They're downtown. They're on Powell, I think. Yeah, they're on Powell Street. Brewed under contract at 1357 Powell Street.
Got it. They moved into the old place that had the South American brewery there with the empanadas and that kind of thing there, right? 3 brewers moved into that space.
Oh.
That the former.
In fact, I would say that this is more like a double IPA, wouldn't you say? That rhymed. I didn't.
I would agree. I think that is yeah, that's yeah.
So this
Yeah.
place is within easy bicycling distance from where we now sit. If we wanted to acquire some, of course, Shane doesn't have a bicycle, but if he did, we could go because we could drink one and be drunk and drive back. Not drive, but ride.
Whereabouts is it compared to where you are?
I'll look it up. It's recently moved into this vacated space at the foot of Clark Drive and Powell, and the South American brewer was there for quite a while and moved out recently, and 3 breweries have taken over the same space, and this is one of them.
But I mean, you could walk it, couldn't you?
You could, but you'd be wandering the boulevard of broken dreams, in a slow.
Isn't that all of Vancouver?
Well, not in the good part of town. No.
Right.
Of course, we don't get over there very often.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, the strategy is you're gonna get past, desperation lane, the skids as quickly as possible.
That's right.
Any
By the way,
chance you
welcome to
get
Keith,
rolled
who's
for
just
the
arrived.
collateral of your bicycle, because that could be a $10 crack rock.
It could do. And this brewery is almost underneath the bridge that goes to the port, where there's usually dismembered bicycles of people doing different kinds of underneath it.
Yeah.
Underneath
Yeah.
bicycles?
Underneath the bridge
Oh.
inside this brewery.
Well, hey, if we ever wanted to partake, we know where to go.
My hard drug days are behind me.
Oh, darn.
Mm.
So Keith has now arrived. Keith, of course, you're not a beer drinker these days. You're more of a hard liquor man.
Hard liquor.
What are you partaking today?
So I guess 2 months ago now, we went to Vernon for a mini vacation, and we went to the Okanagan Spirits distillery, and I picked up one of these. It is the Gentleman's Flavor Campfire Oscaro whiskey.
Oscaro.
It is a collaboration between the Gentleman's Flavor Cigar Club in Toronto and the Okanagan Spirits Distillery.
I shudder to ask how much that bottle cost at the Okanagan Spirits place.
I think it was around $80.
Oh, well, that's not out of sight.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It was pretty good. Yeah. It's beautifully smoky. It's got a bit of a vanilla flavor, a hint of vanilla in it. And it goes down pretty smooth.
Nice. Well, whiskey is, after all, distilled beer, is it not? So,
Well, one could argue that, sure.
Thanks.
Well, right. So I think initially what you get from the mash is spirit, and then I think what makes it is whiskey is ultimately. I think it's what is a minimum of 2 years age for it to be a whiskey. Is that? Do I have that
Yeah,
right?
I think it's got to be 2 years, yeah. And so this one has been aged for 9 years.
Why 9? That's like telling somebody I'll call you back in 9 minutes.
Oh, I see the benefit to that. There's a real you got to right size it. I remember one of my favorite lecturers when I was actually taking legal lectures at Cambridge. When we would do breaks, he was a contract man, and he said, "Let's break for 7 minutes," and that was his routine. Like every break, he would 7 minutes. And 7 minutes, I've got to say, is about the right amount of time to catch your breath, get whatever you need to get back into it. But 10 minutes, you're right. Yeah, but by 10 minutes, you're kind of off checking your phone, looking at email, off in another world, maybe reading you're off on another subject. 7 minutes is right.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of it that way. Well, I'm glad we're all here because it has been a little while. I don't think we've actually done anything since February.
I was trying to think. It was was our last one at Christmas or?
The last one was specific. Oh no! Wait, no.
It was probably March.
14th. We did one show in March,
Oh, okay.
and
That's nothing.
yeah.
I mean,
So it's not been that long, but it's been long enough. I mean, it's all because Keith was not able to be here, so we just waited for him to show.
I appreciate your patience.
so
by the way,
but lots has happened since our last show.
Yes, every single craft brewery thing has been canceled.
Yes. Great Canadian Beer Fest in Victoria. Well, I mean, it was never on, but they officially announced that it won't be happening again this year. The Vancouver one for June 27th has officially been canceled. They say because of FIFA World Cup. I don't know.
Which is not. I mean, it's not surprising to me because where they are holding the beer fest, FIFA's taken over a lot of the P&E grounds because of their all the shows that they've programmed, all the people coming in from out of town, all the artists. So it doesn't surprise me, because the one caveat that anything FIFA happening in the city, I've noticed that comes with a very high security presence. So I have a suspicion that that's most likely the reason that they were just getting in the way. So the beer fest was like, let's screw this, we're out. So I'm glad we didn't buy tickets.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, remember, we were gonna go buy tickets, and then you said,
Yeah.
"What is this canceled thing?" But you could still buy the tickets.
Yeah.
Do you know who's playing at the PNE on the 27th?
Prince.
Alan Doyle.
Oh yeah, I was telling them earlier that you and I went to Alan Doyle. I could not remember Alan Doyle's bloody name. What was the band? What was the opening band? Those two guys that came out that were really cool.
Oh yeah, the East Pointers.
The East Pointers. That's what they were. They were good. I enjoyed them.
They were
I have
really
a fondness for East Coast music for some reason, but because I think the first time I ever heard Great Big Sea was in like 2002. So I was not obviously a fan at the beginning, but he's playing, but there are a lot of there's Colin James and who else? Who else is playing?
The Schmeggy Brothers.
The Schmengi Brothers. Yeah, they're going to be there.
Yeah.
Bedouin Sound Clash is also on the 27th.
I'm looking for the FIFA Fan Festival. That's what it's called, and it's also the inaugural run, I think, of the venue, isn't it? It's the of the big, huge, fancy cover they've built for the new studio venue. Who's actually playing? Can I see who the artists are?
Many.
Yeah, I know that Our Lady Peace is going to be playing around that time as well.
It's the full gambit of genre. Whatever you want, it's there. And it's free, apparently.
Free is good.
Free is great.
Yes.
Yeah, here we go. The Revivalists with Current Swell and
Current Swell.
Mariachi Love.
Current Swell is
Mariachi. Is that
Swell
okay?
Was on one of the Rocktoria albums that was
Really?
released by Wonder Point Through the Queue in Victoria. They may have been Shane performing at Harpo's Cabaret the night that you fell asleep.
Oh, was that the band? Wow. I fell asleep. That's a story, because that was the first time that the first time I drank beer, at least?
What?
I can't remember. Was that the first time I drank beer?
No, you couldn't.
No? Okay. I don't know. I don't recall. But I do
save you
remember
from
falling
embarrassment.
asleep.
No, it's not the first time.
Yeah, it was yeah. The Lazy Syrup Orchestra. Wow. There's a lot of bands here. I don't know who these people are.
Five Alarm Funk.
Romeo.
Five Alarm Funk I've heard of.
Sean Desmond.
Blackie and the Rodeo Kings.
Yep, heard of them.
Yeah, Our Lady Peace with guests Dr. Strangelove and DJ G. Louvre. Okay, what is your DJ name, Keith?
How do we formulate the DJ name?
I don't know. Be creative.
DJ works a lot.
Who's that?
Metric.
Who the hell is Metric?
DJ works
Oh,
so
Metric's
hard.
great.
Metric is really good.
I love Metric. I've seen them play side by side with Death Cab for Cutie.
Metric. If for those that have seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the band that's it, the big band that was it Clash at Demon Head in it that has Scott's ex-girlfriend in it is modeled after Metric.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. So, Alan, what's your DJ name?
I don't know. I feel like that's one of those things that should be given to you, not that you do yourself.
No, I'm pretty sure people who become DJs come up with their own DJ.
Okay, in that case, I'm DJ Animal Crackers.
Animal crackers.
I like
Animal
that,
whackers?
actually. That's
Animal crackers, not whackers.
Not whackers.
Nice.
I think Keith, sorry, did you come up with one?
DJ works a lot.
Works a lot. Okay, yeah. All right, Locke.
DJ Low Key.
DJ Low Key. All right.
DJ Short Crew.
Short Crew.
Okay, sorry, Locke. Is yours low key as in low key or as in the Norse god Loki?
Yes.
I just assumed that myself.
I assumed it
you know.
was low key, as in like chill.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that if I were to ever actually put it into practice, I would need to fucking do a corporate search and then figure out all of the various spellings in the same sector, and then figure out who I figure I might reasonably sue and who gets sued by. And then I'd come up with how I would spell it. But, that's just if I were going to actually, pursue a DJ career.
Rock and roll. Well, my DJ name is born from the world famous band 20D.
Which we need to do something about soon.
Touring a bit around the world. I think the 20D's got about 17 albums now, if I remember correctly.
Sounds about right.
And so my DJ name would be Little Monster.
You know what? I think for you, Shane, it should be DJ Gizmo.
DJ Gizmo. Okay. Well, as you can see here on this chat screen here, that's my username, Gizzy. Where, by the way, I'm on MagViz right now, talking about the show. In case
nice.
No, the story behind that is that years and years and years and years ago, when I first used fuck.
Already?
Wow.
Shane's not good.
Lord.
As I recall,
Then entertain us, monkey.
Well, you should have played the Distant Memories music before you started that story.
As I recall it, back in grade 3, playing Dungeons and Dragons, you had a character called Gizmo Jones.
That's right. My D&D character was Gizmo Jones. And then when I started using dial-up to go to BBSs back in the day, I couldn't think of what a name to use would be for the very first BBS, whichever one it was. And I just went with Gizmo Jones, and then it eventually got shortened to Gizzy and Gizziana Jones and a bunch of other ones. But that's back when we were using computers as children. You were probably 94 at the time?
I wrote I designed my first operating system actually.
Back then, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah. It was Quill Pen, but yeah.
It wasn't abused on a computer.
No.
All right. What else has changed since March?
A couple of things I would point out on our recent discussions. One thing is that, as I recall, in Canada, to be called whiskey, it's 3 years aged.
Yes.
It might
If I'm not mistaken. And the second thing is, I remember the name of the brewery that moved out into which Dangerous Goods moved in with 2 other brewers. It's Andina, the South American brewery that was in that space for a few years.
Is it Andina? I thought it was Andina.
I could be corrected on the pronunciation.
I always called it Andina.
Andina's tough. All right, you were saying, Alan.
You say Indiana, I say Indiana. You say Virginia. Anyway, go on.
So, recent things that has changed.
The world has changed a lot in the last 6 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Nitro.
Oh, are we getting a new beer?
Julian is reloading.
I'm on beer number 2.
I'm on this glass.
Fantastic.
So, you were going to say, Alan, you had a thought.
No, I didn't.
Well,
thoughts.
something that's occurred in BC in the last 3 hours is the BC Conservatives have elected Carrie Ann Finley as their leader.
Who?
Any idea what he's about?
She,
Sorry.
other than
What's the name again?
there are claims that she may be a racist, which doesn't necessarily surprise me because she is married to the MLA that governs my riding of Surrey South, and who was named a racist during the last general election in BC. Carrie Ann Finley was an MP up until recently. I think she quit being an MP so she could run in the Conservative race.
Okay, so sorry, Carrie Ann.
Carrie Ann.
Yeah, so you see my mistake in thinking that it was a guy.
Yeah, of course.
Carrie Lynn.
Go on.
Carrie Lynn? Yes, sorry, Carrie Lynn Finley.
Carrie Lynn.
And it's significant because she's likely to be the next premier. That's why.
Well, if she can hold the Conservative Party together,
True enough.
the moderate Liberals that joined the BC Conservatives last round may not agree with her social conservatism. So there could be branching out from that. But that is the most recent BC political news.
I have no idea who this person is.
No, me neither.
I have not been following this particular race.
Has anybody been following So did anybody follow the bullshit with Starbucks and their odd ad campaign, which seemed to reference political violence from the 1980s recently?
Sorry, wait, what?
No, I have not heard
Yeah,
of
so
this.
Starbucks Korea came up with this weird ad campaign, which was Tank Day, celebrating the I think it was effectively military takeover in the face of democracy protests back in the 80s. And the worst part of it is there was part of the campaign where I think one of the slogans was, and there was handing, like they were selling, what the fuck? You know, those you know, Starbucks cups or whatever, the ones that you carry with you or whatever. I don't know if they're thermoses or what the fuck they're supposed to be. But anyway, the extra large one they called the tank. And one of the taglines was hit the table with a tapping sound, which was apparently a direct quote from the brutal torture murder of a democracy activist while in interrogation. And the comment afterwards was, well, his head made a tapping sound when it hit the table. I mean, this is a very strange thing to have gotten by. I can only assume that it's a bunch of Westerners who got some guy who was like, yeah, I'm going to push this forward. they're not going to know a thing, but everybody else in my country is going to hear this, and they're going to fucking react. And boy, did they react! This happened at the same time that some fucking asshole at Fender Guitars decided to announce to Europe that anybody making Stratocaster-shaped guitars needs to collect all their guitars and destroy them, and then pay us reparations and damages and fines.
I did read about that.
What?
Yeah. This happened like a week or so ago.
Wow.
It's pretty fucked right now. Like, I don't think these are actual reflections of the companies in question, who have probably the strongest credentials out of U.S. companies for, internationalism as you could probably find anywhere. So what I'm thinking is these are people within the organization who are kind of like sleeper cell dudes who were just like, kind of took the red pill or whatever and kind of went, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to say some shit right now. But it seems like it was a bit coordinated. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like the timing was pretty close. I don't know. I hard to know what the fuck to make of it. But like the behavior of people out there is right now it's pretty wild.
Pretty chaotic out there.
It's a guitar company like that is, I'm assuming, only just
like they only have their reputation as leaders in the industry to damage. Why would anybody say, "Oh, here's a good idea"? But they did it, and it seems to me like, as with the Starbucks thing, I don't think this is a reflection of, broad overall, organizational consensus. I think this was like somebody was like, yeah, I think it's time to put America first now. You know what I mean? Like, it's got that kind of character to it, that flavor.
That's brutal. I mean, that'll only sink the brand. I mean, especially when you think about it, where
if you stop and think about what your sort of a certain flavor of activist right now would want to do, it's not outside of my reckoning that could have been an intentional thing.
Well, then I think we should start a movement where we throw soup on guitars.
What kind of soup?
Not on my fucking guitar.
Campbell's tomato.
No, thank you.
I'm just saying, the people, the stop oil people throw soup at famous artwork. We should start throwing soup at guitars.
How about cream of mushroom?
I don't know. Why don't we just go with the juicy fruit commercial and just go around and breaking the
How about let's throw guitars at soup?
All right. Oh, well, that does the same job.
Yeah,
Guitar soup.
We can make guitar soup. That's true.
Yeah. There we go.
Cream of strings.
No, we gotta go the juicy fruit way. Just go up to a random person playing an acoustic guitar and just smash it.
Rock and roll.
I'm sure that's been done many, many times over. Where I mean, what would be our T-shirt? What would we put on our war gowns?
Juicy fruit is going to move.
I'm vibing on this dream that's coming into frame here. The war gowns imply so much else about the universe, right?
Yeah. Well, war gowns are important. It'll just be the Juicy Fruit logo. Is that what you're saying there, Keith?
Juicy fruit is going to move you.
And then smash the guitar.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that. I mean, I feel that would solve all the world's problems.
Every single one of them.
Climate change?
Climate change solved. Wearing a T-shirt and smashing a guitar. How could that not work?
Gates. That's the problem.
Oh, Gates. I
mean, it's probably better than what the Canadian government's doing on climate change.
True.
Well, look what what ultimately would you do if you're going to fix the problem?
Fix climate change?
Yeah, I mean, it's
I think that ship has sailed, actually.
yeah,
I think we are at the point of no
I
return.
don't think it's one of those things that there's anybody who's no. Clearly, you just do this, right? I mean, it's
I don't think there's any one solution, but I don't think we are working actively towards fixing the problem or even mitigating worst of the problem.
But the thing is, even if we were to sort of do here what we can do in Canada, there's nothing to say that Russia or China or Timbuktu is going to do what they need to do for their part of the problem, right? Like we can't in Canada, we can't solve the whole world.
No, but we can do our part and work diplomatically to get other countries to do their part.
Yeah, diplomacy works better when you have nuclear weapons. If we developed a nuclear weapon, then we might diplomatically be in a position to.
Well, there's a solution. Let's develop nuclear weapons.
There you go. Canada needs
we have uranium.
Hey, look, we developed Pakistan's nuclear weapons. The least we could do is develop our own.
It's true. You know, I feel like we've just given away way too much. We need to stop being so nice.
Who has
No. It's not that we've given away too much. It's because it's not like we've given that much away so much as we just haven't made use of what properly was ours. Like something like the Avro Arrow, something like what? Can you imagine if BlackBerry had been either Chinese, American, or Russian? Certainly, it would not have been allowed to fail. I think the UK has even managed to keep Dragon alive.
Dragon, really?
Dragon is still, I think, a viable company. You remember, early voice recognition?
Yeah.
I mean, to the degree that Canada has a history of undermining our own projects, one wonders if there isn't a fifth column, or a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh.
You know,
Dragon is still around.
If we want nuclear weapons, our neighbors to the south has a lot of them. I think if we just kind of like gathered like a bunch of people and just start marching into there, I mean, we could slowly take. I mean, they're not going to expect it. Like we can just like go to the Peace Arch border, so it's like 40,000 people suddenly, and we take down all their guards.
Do you know what a street sweeper is? Like there are civilians that have these things. These are repeating shotguns that fire rapid fire, but with exploding ordnance.
I mean, America didn't expect it in 1814.
We'll just we'll be like the Ewoks. We'll just go in with our little rocks with the little twirly things and
take
them all down.
Yeah, I mean it'd be mighty brave. Like plenty of historical precedent for that kind of behavior. I think realistically, Canada's doing exactly what it should be doing right now, which is to say, trying to establish stable trade relations with that element of the world that's still civilized enough to do trade relations. And for those that think that they can go unilaterally, I think that one of the dangerous elements that they've all bought into, it seems pretty heavily, is the idea that they can think their way out of their own limitations as geographical entities that ultimately will need to somehow play with the rest of the planet. Which is to say that the bottleneck isn't we need artificial intelligence to solve the problem coming up with some new idea. No. Not the bottleneck. The bottleneck is we need to talk to each other. Not to machines, to each other. We need to communicate better. That's the only way we're going to be able to negotiate effectively enough to arrive anywhere where there's an advantage to be had. Because without that, it's a continual cycle of further breakdown, shriveling economies, shriveling supply chains, and therefore shriveling technology.
Yeah, I think there was a good episode of Doctor Who where there were warring factions, and ultimately the Doctor's just like, listen, all you got to do is talk. That's how you resolve things. You can't just start wars because maybe constant uprise. And if you're constantly thwarting the next threat, eventually you're going to be taken over. And you're going to have to end up doing what you're always going to have to do, which is sit down and talk.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing right now.
Yeah, we're solving the world's problems right here.
One beer at a time.
I don't know. I'm kind of a subscriber to the carry a big stick kind of thing, and talk that way. What do you think about that, Keith?
Well, that's not really talking if you're carrying around a big stick and threatening. I mean, that's what Donald Trump is doing.
There's no threat.
That is what Trump is doing right now. He's
Look at
carrying
these,
around a
look at
big
these
stick.
friendly Canadians borrowing nuclear missiles from the U.S. I mean, come on, we'll bring them back.
What are you talking about borrowing nuclear missiles from the U.S.? You're
not looking at the cool poster.
We signed an agreement with them that they would develop their missiles, and we would develop our germ warfare, which we did.
German warfare?
Germ warfare. The German warfare. Yeah.
Using
What,
German.
what
Didn't actually use it on the Germans.
What did we develop?
Anthrax. We have an enormous storehouse of weaponized anthrax. You didn't know that?
No, I did not know that.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like a music library?
World's largest supply. So
Yeah.
Of course, it's in Alberta, so if they decide to secede, then maybe they'll fuck us all. So
True.
Speaking of things,
We'll all get envelopes in the mail with little bits of white powder. It's like, what's this?
Let's snort it. That's actually, honestly, that would be something I would do. You've just been exposed to anthrax. All right. Let's get it over with. Finish it quickly. Yeah, no, the actually you're right, yeah, Keith, about that. That's something else that has changed. The whole ridiculousness that's going on in Alberta, where who's the dude?
Look, when your political career is already over, and what other cards do you play, right?
Exactly.
But to be fair, how long has Quebec been playing those same fucking last ditch cards?
For a very, very, very long time.
Decades.
Yeah, I mean, nothing new under the sun here. Will they leave Canada? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That's the thing. The question
have a better chance of leaving the United Kingdom than Alberta leaving Canada, and that's to say that I don't think that that's going to happen.
The question that is being proposed is whether they should have a referendum on leaving Canada. It's not. Well, they're having a referendum to have a referendum. It's not.
Yeah, I know, right? It seems stupid. Yeah. It's like, let's have a referendum to see if we should have a referendum.
Yeah. The question is very badly written and
oh yeah, no, it's ridiculous in every single way.
Well, I mean, she's vying for something as silly as fucking California.
Cascadia!
Cascadia is a good idea.
It'll never
happen. Can you really though imagine? I mean, it's not. Here's the problem. It's sort of like the Arab Spring. Oh yeah. All of the Arab states that are currently under non-democratic regimes, they're all going to have a great democratic hey, it's all going to be easy. Now, you're Russia, and your access to the Mediterranean is Syria, and they're suddenly going to fucking just kind of go their own way? That's not going to happen any more than Cascadia is going to deny the United States access to the Pacific. That's not a real thing. So whatever whatever scheme would be possible there,
If Alberta were to separate from Canada, I could see the potential for British Columbia to follow suit within a few decades.
But put it this way, what would Alberta be worth if it couldn't get its oil to market? Meaning,
but it could get oil to market if America is willing to build a pipeline or more pipelines north-south.
Don't forget though that
okay. I mean,
in
look, that's
1995
been included before. The United States itself is flaky on that proposition. So if you were Alberta and you were relying on it, how long does that promise last? It lasts till the next election, and then it's back up in the fucking air. Like, why play that fucking game? That's stupid. Nobody's going to do that.
Well, the big problem is that the United States. The reason I say this is that in 1995, when the referendum was happening in Quebec, the United States made it very clear that were Quebec to leave Canada, they would immediately annex it. And the same,
which is to say they'd all be fucking speaking English like they do.
Well, this is the thing, right? They would lose everything. I just noticed
they don't want to fucking do
that. Canada things. Yeah, it's so true. Look, but that's the reality: is that you can't have.
Here's the other piece of it, though. To the degree that the UN matters at all, whether as a U.S. proxy or as a genuinely independent body, if that's what they are. To the degree that the Indigenous folk in Alberta, who have clearly said they don't want this bullshit. They know exactly what annexation by the U.S. means. That means the same policy towards them that they get in the U.S., which is pretty clearly being manifest destiny, i.e., genocide, from about 1800 on. They're not going for this. So either all of the UN declarations aren't worth piss, or if they are meaningful, and the US. Well, I mean, anyway, I guess what I'm saying is, to the degree that constitutional law applies at all, it would be a sufficient breach that it would then be a free-for-all for whatever the fuck happens next. And there really aren't any rules after that point.
So your Canada includes Alberta?
Oh, yeah, fucking A. And Quebec, actually. But
yeah.
But that's only because they're part of the British Empire.
Cheers to the Empire.
Yeah.
We should take over Greenland.
No. That's Denmark's job.
I think we should take over the Yukon.
Not a bad idea.
I think we have.
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh man.
But you never know about Alaska, right?
Wasn't there some talk a number of years ago about Canada bringing in the Turks and Caicos as a province?
Oh yeah, that was not actually. Well, it's happened a couple of times apparently, but that happened not too recently, like a few years ago.
It's not a crazy idea. The history is all contiguous. Part of the triangular.
Yeah, if I recall, the CPA body that is overarching in Canada also includes Bermuda. which I think is wild, and I haven't looked into that history.
What?
I
Yeah.
mean, it would be kind of cool if we had, like people in the States, they've got like Hawaii that they can go to. It's like it's domestic, but it's also like tropical and everything.
The only reason you don't see that, the only reason you're blind to it, Alan, is because you live in it. Vancouver Island is our Hawaii.
I know that.
Yeah.
But it would be nice if we had like something a little bit more tropical to go to that was still
A little more so.
A Hawaii.
a little more stuff.
Got it.
So basically, Turks and Caicos should join. I'm all for it.
Yeah. Hey, look. Look. My view is that the Commonwealth needs to reassert itself, not just as a sporting power, but as a naval one.
We also have to
It's the
increase our
interconnection
navy because we
between
need to
us
get some ships
which
down
is
there.
to say that somebody needs to defend the rights of passage and integrity of maintaining fish stocks, and essentially be a champion of the seas. And traditionally, and I think for very good reason, i.e., it is an island, that has been the role of the British Empire. It is to be that thalassocratic voice of, we are the voice of the sea. We are the voice of maintaining this as a commons that protects all of humanity.
I agree. We've got some old ferries that could help out.
Yep.
That's right. We could send some ferries down there. Queen of Saanich or whatever.
The Queen of Oak Bay.
The Queen of Oak Bay could like. I can see the BC ferries with all that open space. Some large, cannons being added. to
That's
each of them.
right. Add cannons.
Right. They would totally withstand a random torpedo.
Hey, look, if the lessons we've been getting from what's going on around the world right now matter at all, what we need is not a navy of fucking destroyers and aircraft carriers. Rather, we need speedboats with ample drones.
Yeah.
And hooks and ladders.
Or a bunch of those like one of those
easier
DoorDash
to-
robots, and we'll just put it in like pizzas with like rat poison in them. It's like, hey, boss, here's some pizza.
So hooks and ladders, not snakes and ladders, right? Different thing.
Different thing, but you play snakes and ladders with them if you want. Not going to stop you. On the pizza thing, I mean, okay, so I think that's basically you just reiterated the Iliad, or at least the bit where it ends. So it's a horse, pizza, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, let's take that. Oh shit!
Oh shit, we're being invaded!
Here's something confusing. There's some place in I think maybe Anatolia, so somewhere in Turkey, which has been identified as the historical Troy, the site of the actual Trojan War, and somebody to commemorate it built a Trojan horse, kind of as a monument to the fact that we think that maybe this was the historical Troy. But they built the Trojan horse, out of wood. It looks like it's made out of wood. But it's great big. It's like something for tourists to come and see. And it's this great big horse. And you can see that it's got this square on top of the horse with windows. And then there's windows along the side of the horse. So if anybody ever bothered to read the fucking story, the whole idea was that the Trojans thought the horse was a gift, and so they brought it inside the walls where Previously, the Greeks couldn't get inside the walls. They brought it inside the walls, but the Greeks were hidden inside. Now, if there were windows, that would have been a bit of a fucking giveaway, you would think. No?
Oh,
A, yes, it would be an absolute giveaway. But B, you just gave away my plot to take
Who's the
over
fucking
Shane's
Minister
town
of Tourism?
in Minecraft.
It's like, oh yeah, the Trojan horse. Yeah, we'll show.
Wait a minute, we gotta go back up to that. Sorry, Locke. What was this about you invading Shanetopia?
Oh, I've got to invade Shinto. Well, not anymore. He gave away the plot. I was going to build, a Trojan something. Not necessarily a horse, but something.
A bunny rabbit.
Trojan something. A
Well,
condom?
pro tip: don't put fucking windows in it.
Yeah, use Linux.
Well, I just want to remind you that Operation Cinder is in operation. Just
You
letting you
haven't
know.
seen the signs for my operation, which is a good sign for me.
So just to make this very, very clear that that things could go wrong, accidents can happen, and
He did end up burning down my house.
Oh, but did he? I think that was special effects, wasn't it?
No, he actually burnt down my house.
I didn't know such thing.
You planted trees around my open pit lava.
Children.
Well, that was a safety
Children.
violation. So don't forget, Operation Cinder could happen. Yeah, no, I planted some pretty trees for him because he likes that species of tree, and sadly, he had not covered his lava generator, and his lava generator caught the trees on fire. So, which then spread to his house. So, hey, I did put the fire out. I'm gonna say there was that. So anyway, I think that's enough for today, boys. We've got beer drinking to finish, and gin to drink, and all kinds, and there's a parade. So, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for participating in the chat, and don't forget, tell everyone about the show, because if you don't, we'll hunt you down and drink all of your beer.
And besides, our only normal audience member is currently waving at us.
That's true. This is our audience right here. Thank you all for coming by, boys. I'll see you all next week. Don't forget to get naked. Good night. Oh wait, I got to do the thing. That's right. I got to do the
Move the thing and the other.